after 700 kilometers of mud in Guyana, we finally enter Brazil. What a relief! Because after months with a truck that keeps overheating, we hope they can finally find out what is wrong with our truck. But there it becomes clear that our problems may be much bigger than we thought. Our plan was simple: fix the truck and then continue through Venezuela towards Colombia, towards a place where for the first time in 5 years we want to stay for a longer period of time. Because after 5 years on the road, we have lost the joy in traveling. But while we are stuck at a garage in Brazil, the political situation in Venezuela starts escalating more and more. And slowly it becomes clear that our entire plan might be far less certain than we thought. 4 years ago we made a choice, not for more things, but for more time. Not for a bigger house, but for a bigger world. Since then, this truck has taken us across continents, and we are not done yet. We are family everywhere. The past few months haven't only been about the Amazon, but also about the truck. Behind the scenes, one setback followed another, and somewhere along the way, the engine started overheating more and more often. In Suriname, we think we have found the cause, but because Mercedes parts are almost impossible to find there, we are forced to continue through Brazil. Nervously, we drive 700 kilometers through untouched rainforest and finally cross into Brazil. We drive straight to the Mercedes garage in Boa Vista, hoping that this is the place where we finally get some answers. But very quickly, we are brought back to reality again. The parts have a delivery time of 25 days, and on top of that, they don't even have the right mechanics to help us. At first, we are advised to continue driving to Manaus, another 800 kilometers away, but eventually we get sent to another mechanic in the city. Bruno?
This compressor is refrigerated for air. This is in it, so now it's getting the air out easily.
Kijk Carlijn. Hey Leo, alles goed hè? Nou, dat is het dus. Dit is een koppakking.
Nou, dit is de koppakking. Dit is zijn allemaal seals
Oké.
die hij kan vervangen.
Gaskets. Oké.
Precies.
We have an exciting day today.
Yes, it
Because not all the parts are already here. And then there was something about a mechanic who couldn't come, maybe?
Yeah, that's a little bit unsure because yesterday, just before he left, he said, yeah, tomorrow my mechanic, I called him and he said yes. And then he said, yeah, I have something else maybe. So it was a little bit insecure. So
Yeah.
we will see today.
But we do have a lot of confidence in the workshop. It's a Portuguese guy and he speaks English, and this is very, very nice because, you know, Portuguese and people translate, it all works, but it takes a long time before you are getting somewhere. So this is really, really nice, and it really feels like he has a lot of knowledge. He always has a very good answer to all our questions and all the technical things, so that feels very nice.
Yeah.
A good feeling alone turns out not to be enough. The garage can't find a mechanic qualified to work on the truck, and eventually we end up at another garage again.
Dit is de koppakking? En is er dat gedaan? Is er nog iets speciaals aan? Oh, dat is het probleem, of wat?
Ja, de roeteuitsluiting.
Is de...
Caso eu não consiga fazer o que eu quero aqui, se não
What a situation. It's a roller coaster. It's crazy. I don't know where to start. Tomorrow, a week ago, we crossed into Brazil. At this mechanic, we are still here almost a week later. And they couldn't start on it until Wednesday morning. That went pretty smoothly. They took the whole engine apart,
Yes,
and it
did.
was pretty obvious that the head had to been flattened.
Flattened, yeah. The injectors, two of them were not working pretty well because at the cylinders was a lot of dirt. So that means that you have to check them. So, and then at that point when you do that and the engine is already getting pretty warm, so then you flatten the head.
Yes.
To be sure.
And they drove it through a different company,
Yeah.
which looked very professional
Yeah, there
at
were
first too.
about 25 people working, flattening heads, checking it. So it was a pretty big company.
They did ask a lot of money.
Exactly, yeah, they asked a terrible lot of money.
Yes,
even
and too
more
much.
than in the Netherlands.
And too much. That it was the mechanic later also said this is.
Yeah.
But okay, if it was only that, then we would be very happy, because after that it became very messy.
Exactly.
It should have taken 2 days. So on Friday we were waiting for a call that the head would be ready. But instead we got a call that their machine broke down.
And that can happen.
That can
terribly,
happen.
but
So
yes.
and we didn't know. And this video will be posted much later than we are now, because it's now the 21st of December. Christmas is coming, so we had no idea what would happen next. But well, on Saturday morning we got a call.
Yeah.
We could pick up the head.
And then I thought, let's look if the number on the head is the same than the number which I brought away. And I checked it, and it was a totally different
They
part.
just gave us the wrong head.
Exactly.
And we have no idea, because communicating is very difficult. We don't speak Portuguese, a little bit of Spanish, but they don't speak Spanish here. It's
No.
Portuguese. So it's very difficult with Google Translate. So we don't know if they gave us the wrong head or not accidental, or they gave it accidental, or they
Did it to make it faster?
we think that the owner of the workshop here tried to say to us that he approved it because to make the process faster, but because we did a few days said like yeah, you know, we want to get out of here as quickly as possible, we have the kids, and you know, this is not really a nice spot, but you know, quality is much more important now than that it's done fast. It's a very big issue. I mean, if this is not done well, then we will get on the road and we will blow up our engine, and we are literally homeless. I mean, this is our house, this is everything what we have. But we have no idea how this happened. And
Yeah, one of the possibilities which we are thinking of is that our head was on the machine when it broke down, and it
Yes.
killed our head, so that they just changed it because of that. So that would be the worst possibility.
yes, because then, well, and I also don't understand, well, if they did it on purpose. I mean, you cannot just change these things if
Without
it's not the
communicating.
same. if it's not, because it's completely a different thing, you know, holes are different. So we have absolutely no idea what will happen. So tomorrow morning, you, the garage owner, and you are going to this place again and see what is happening there. We just wrote a sort of text message to the garage owner because we want him on our side. We just pretend that we didn't have doubt if he approved for this hat, because we need him to help us fix this. And you know, I mean, we are emotional, but we, you know, yes, you know, this is not some vehicle, this is our home. You know, we are living in our home for 5 years now. It's important that it needs to be fixed and
correctly fixed for
it's
horrible.
Aqui, ó, umas peças velhas. Não foi rebaixado quase nada. Foi só limpeza.
It was intense. Eventually, we get our own cylinder head back, but the problem isn't solved. The engine keeps overheating out of nowhere. Part after part gets checked. Parts get replaced. Other mechanics get involved. We are even in contact with our support lines back in the Netherlands, but we can't figure it out. Days turn into weeks. It's Christmas, then New Year's, and still we have no idea what's wrong. At some point, we even stop filming. It's simply too much. We start losing trust in our truck, our home, in our journey. Because as if the situation wasn't complicated enough, the political situation in Venezuela escalates as well. Our entire plan to settle down in Colombia for a while, where we are looking forward to so much, suddenly starts falling apart. And while the truck still isn't fixed, we somehow have to make a decision. Do we turn back into the rainy season or take the risk and drive into a country without a president?